or maybe the sheer energy of this matchup will keep you wide awake, as we know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Fresno State Bulldogs, taking on a team from the MAC, the Western Michigan Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Broncos will kick it away to start us off. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more. None to be found as he stopped at the 23. Offense set on first down. They move the tight end all over. The run from the shotgun. Really nice job to squirt. The 31-yard line.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator to pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
He's right on target. At midfield, he's got room. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Quick completion on the out route. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs! I can't imagine that going any better.
What a great start for this offense. Opening drive, come out, have success. You know, most offensive coordinators script their first 5 to 10 plays. Looks like that script worked pretty well.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Nixon. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Offense working from the pistol. Leaves it with the running back. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll run it from the gun. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end of season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
And the Broncos pick up the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They're getting this guy lathered up. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Listen, I know that's not a huge game, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth quarter game.
Zings it complete to the right. Still on his feet at the 45. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And that's why, for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
They have a first down at the 41-yard line. They go to the ground. Crosses the 30. He's got away. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos! Lining up to add another. Splits the uprights. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. in coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down.
He'll take the deep shot. He caught it. Touchdown, Fresno State. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they cover the final 54 yards with the explosive play in the passing game for 6. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Nixon. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Paul.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field.
Fires into traffic, it's picked off. Oh, he would have loved to pick up a few more yards on that return, but they've still got it at the 31. First down here for the offense. He's looking to throw it. That's caught. It's James. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down. Fresno State right back to the line. They'll run it on 1st and goal. They get him down after a 4-yard gain to the 6. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Got his man quickly. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Fresno State. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it out. It's Nixon. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Scanning the field, it's Wolf. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Man, that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
Quick pass on the jet motion. And he's going to wind up losing a couple of yards as time expires here in the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Fresno State 21, Western Michigan 7.
This is going all in. Goalpost virtually tapping you on the shoulder, heels almost in the end zone, and you're going for it. Fires left. Makes the grab well past the sticks.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
He'll try the left side. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Quick with the spin move. And they'll get him down, but boy, did he put some dudes in the spin cycle. My goodness.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Going for the big play. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down.
It's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
Reads it, fires complete.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Back to throw, it's Wolf. Quickly complete. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Western Michigan. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Quick release by the QB. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
From the gun, running back on the move. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe he needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football. But when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you can tell he takes advantage of it.
Across the 25 to the 24-yard line before he stopped. Pick up a 5 and a first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll try the run. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Third down after the run. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Fresno State hoping to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. That's caught. It's James. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the fourth down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. Fourth down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big fourth down conversion.
Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. The give to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Right back to the well. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldog! He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Nixon. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point in the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
The Broncos headed quickly to the line. Back to throw, it's Wolf. Finds the tight end. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time.
All right, well, the quarterback's showing you he is human after all. Finally throws an incompletion, and not just that, after a couple completions back to back to back, almost throws a pick.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. Makes the grab and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Deep shot for the end zone. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. And that'll do it here in the second quarter. Halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. Fresno State lined up to kick off and start this second half. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Looking to pass. It's Wolf. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half, being down. I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
Yeah, and down by 2 scores, and I guess you get to the point where you got to say, I'm going to go for it. We got to be aggressive. We got to make this happen. They tried to make it happen. The defense comes up big. Now, it is not looking good.
Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt.
Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
When you get in the red zone, you can see as a defense, you get into your drops really quickly, and you get your eyes on the quarterback, and you try to read his eyes and break on the football. It's such tight windows to throw in. Great job by the defender breaking on the ball, creating the interception.
Crosses the 35. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
As a defense, when you're trying to stop the run, it's really as simple as just doing your job. You have to have gap integrity up front. DBs need to come downhill and fill. The defense wasn't able to get it done.
After misfiring, it's second down. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to him. And the quarterback is snowed under. And the Broncos want to pick up the tempo. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Uncorks one. Finds a man on the left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling for the first down. The Broncos are marching down the field. They'll throw it on first down. Fires it incomplete. Second and 10 here. To the air, it's Wolf. He's going up top. He holds it in, and nobody's close.
It's hard to run a route.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And the Broncos will snap it on first and 10. The quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Western Michigan. And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the eye.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Oh, he wants it all. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pass.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Give him 6. Touchdown, Broncos.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Bringing it back. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down.
And the Fresno State offense will take over. First and 10.
Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Clock winds inside a minute to play here in the third. Now the toss. Crosses the 45. Still running at the 40. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play.
He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Fresno State right back to the line.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Dropping back, it's Keene. He'll throw it. Got the quick pass. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period.
And after 3, the game is tied.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown Bulldogs! And they've moved out front here in the fourth. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Just about set to kick it away.
Fresno State, 35. Western Michigan, 28.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled.
Will take over. First and 10.
Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Defense thinking run all the way, and you could tell they sell out. They stuff the run. Now it's third and short. Will they run again? Or are you going to force them to pass the football?
He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stops. The Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Using his legs, it's Nixon. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.